Taiwanese fried chicken in a steamed bun. Do I need to say anything else?
Look at the beautifulness. It's like poetry.
Wow. Tastes like a dream. Right, Busketeers, next up is a fried chicken Taiwanese steamed bao. It's absolutely delicious, and I'm going to take some Eastern moves and whack them up against some Western moves. First up, the chicken. Now, Taiwanese fried chicken, but this is my take on it. I'm breaking the law by using English mustard, but I want the particular type of heat that comes from that. I'm going to dust it over the chicken thighs, and then I'm going to put it in buttermilk, and it's going to sit in the fridge overnight. Brothers and sisters, we're going to make a beautiful thing, crispy chicken skin. Put it onto a piece of greaseproof and drop it onto a baking tray. Then a little bit of salt, just sprinkle that over the chicken skin. Then another piece of greaseproof, drop that on, and then a baking tray on the top. And what that does is it restricts it so it's nice and flat rather than bumpy and curly. Let's get that in the oven at 200 until it's golden and crispy. Right, we're going to do two wicked garnishes to go with this. We're going to use a yuzu and a seaweed with a Japanese mayo. That's going to be delish. And then we're going to pickle this radish with the vinegar, Japanese vinegar, and we're going to use some mirim with some sugar and sweet pickle that. Let's do it. We're going to prep the radish with a mandolin. I want to use this because it gets it super thin. So we're just going to cut through and get a bunch of slices off that. And then once that's done, get 100 mils of your rice wine vinegar into a pan on a medium heat. And then you want about 50 mils of mirim. Get that in there. And then we want to bring the harshness of the vinegar down. We need sugar to do that. So you need about 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. Get that in. We need to swirl that around so it all dissolves. Bring it up on the heat and then get it off and let that cool down. And then we combine both together. Next up, a Japanese seaweed mayo. So get yourself about 4 or 5 sheets of nori and just rip those up, get them in. You need quite a few, and then get your lid on, and we're just going to blitz these down to turn it into a nice fine powder. Now take your dust, put it into a bowl, and then we've got this yuzu juice, citrus juice. You just want about a teaspoon, tablespoon, and then we've got this Japanese mayo, a little bit of salt, but not much because seaweed is salty. And then we'll incorporate those ingredients and then get that mayo into a squeezy bottle to garnish later. Those two are done, let's check on the chicken skin. Now, look at this. Just look how beautiful that looks. The smell is beautiful. That's crispy, it's crunchy, and it's chickeny. Was that 3 C's? It's like poetry. But that is poetry, and it's a perfect garnish, and it's gonna add crunch. Right, that's the 3 garnishes done. Let's get the chicken dredged. Chicken's ready. Now let's talk about the dredge. It's got some specific Asian flavors in there. It's got Szechuan pepper, which I've blitzed down into this beautiful pungent spice. We've got some white pepper in there. I'm gonna use some garlic powder and some 5 spice. I'm gonna grate ginger in there, which will give it gnarly bumps. And then importantly, for Taiwanese fried chicken, it's got 125 grams of rice flour and 125 grams of sweet potato flour. So let's put all those ingredients together and then dredge the chicken through it. Take the chicken, drain off any excess buttermilk, and then into the dredge and onto a baking tray. When you're dropping the chicken into the dredge, just pick some up, sprinkle it on the top, and then press it in so that it's fully coated in the dredge. Move it around, and then once you've got it fully covered, out it comes. Right, we're nearly ready to serve this bao. We're using these beautiful pillow-like Asian burger style, and these buns, we just put them into a basket and we steam them. I've got these from my local Chinatown. You can get them online. If you want to know how to make these, then let me know in the comment box below. So to do this, you need a round piece of greaseproof and just add a little bit of veg oil on, just the tiniest bit, smooth that around, and then place that in because they can stick. And then grab 2 or 3, leave them with the greaseproof they've got, drop them in, drop the lid on, and just let them steam through gently. Then let's fry the chicken. Right, the chicken's in vegetable oil, or you can use sunflower oil. It's in there at about 160, so you want it on a gentle heat because you've got to cook all the way through the chicken. So it's going to be in there for about 5 to 6 minutes. Right, look at that beauty. Let's have a slice and see what it's saying. Okay, cooked like it's a real brittle, crispy shell. Wow. Those 2 different types of flour really add a lot of personality. And you know what's really good about that? Is that you've got the ginger that creates bumps of gnarliness, but it's also like really fresh and like zingy. That is delicious, and it's gonna work so well in the bun. Let's build this baby. So first up, get yourself just one of these beautiful steamed buns, and now you can see it's moist, it's steamed, it's the perfect vehicle to put your chicken in. Get your chicken, now you can slice it to fit. I'm just gonna take a little bit there, drop that in. Now we're gonna get our seaweed mayo, just put a little drizzle of that in there. Then these beautiful white radish that are slightly sweet and pickled. There's some acidity in there now, so let's put those in. In they go. And then I've got some bright and fragrant and zingy and green coriander. Look at that. That's just gonna add some fragrance in there. And I put it in some cold water, so now it's like really green and it's really proud. In that goes. And then we've got some black sesame seeds, just a little there. And that, my brothers and sisters, almost done. Don't forget the genius of chicken skin. So we're just gonna get a snap of that in there, and that is ready to take to the streets. Oh, brothers and sisters, look at that. It is amazing. It's gonna taste like a dream. And that chicken skin in there, oosha. I reckon it's gotta be, put your fingers in your ears, put them in there. That's how much I'm going to charge. Let's take it to the streets and see what the Busketeers will pay. And guys, if you're loving it, subscribe to the channel.
Brothers and sisters, look at the beautifulness that is beholden in that steam basket. Right, our brothers and sisters have been here all day. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Liam.
I'm Chloe.
And they got in touch on Instagram and they were stalking, weren't you? Like sending weird photos of like teddy bears and shit.
Yeah.
Really weird. But they're here for their Taiwanese fried chicken. So, do it. Get involved, 1 each, crack on. Wow. You've been waiting a long time for this. Right, take your time.
Wow.
Now, if you wanted to take this up to the next slot, then what you could do is you get some hoisin sauce in the game, and that would be a nice addition. Enjoy, take your time. Right, we're going to go in for some opinion. Okay, so, initial thoughts.
The chicken skin is amazing. The whole thing's amazing as well, but it's like the chicken skin is crisp.
Extra crisp.
Yeah, extra crisp.
Okay, and in terms of the sort of flavours that are coming through?
Christ, there's a lot.
That's enough for me. That's enough for me.
Some flavours coming through.
And are you getting the slight seaweed thing that's coming through your mayo? You've got that zinginess.
Yeah.
Are you getting the slight acidity kick from your radish? You're getting the vibes. You're getting the vibes.
Definitely.
Okay. And what are you thinking?
Amazing.
Good. Okay. Now, for one, what do you think it's worth? What would you pay?
650.
650. 650. I'll take that.
Between 6 and 7, definitely.
Between 6 and 7.
Right, Food Busker Posse, if you want to come down and get involved, then please do. Busketeers are always welcome because you might be able to experience chicken skin as well. That is not a sound effect. That is a real thing. Subscribe, yeah? Oh, mate. It's good, right? Good, right? Mate. Amazeballs.